It never ends with these people. We were talking about the Electoral College, and this person brought it to a state level and said, oh, and that's exactly why all those who live in the sticks of Illinois are dictated by those counties like Cook County. Quiet, Tom. First, I'm not going to be quiet, especially not because somebody like you told me to. Secondly, no, counties don't dictate anything. People vote. And people like you have a problem with the fact that a majority of the people in a state like Illinois don't think like you. And so you want all of those sparsely populated rural counties to be able to have more of a voice than the people who live in the heavily populated counties because you don't like the people who live in the heavily populated counties. I'm going to break this down for you so that maybe even it's simplistic enough for you to understand. You say that all of those people that live out in the sticks, as you call them, the rural red counties of Illinois, are dictated to by the people in Cook County. Now, once again, keep in mind that there are about a little over 12 million people in the state of Illinois, and a little over 9 million of us live in the Chicagoland area. So let me ask you about it from another state's perspective. The population of the state of Iowa is 3.2 million. The largest city in that state is Des Moines, Iowa, with 200,000 residents. As you can see, Des Moines, Iowa, the county that Des Moines, Iowa resides in, went for Harris in the 2024 presidential election. As a matter of fact, she won that county with almost 55% of the vote, 54.8% of the vote. And Donald Trump won Iowa with 56% of the vote. So, using your logic, does that mean that all of those red areas on the map dictated what those people in those blue areas want? Is it unfair that the people in Des Moines don't get what they want because all of those red areas in the state are the ones that send the most amount of legislators and senators and representatives to the state capitol building, and therefore you don't have a democratically controlled government? I mean, does your logic hold true in the reverse for these red states? These red states that have dots of blue, right, that have blue cities, but there are more rural area folks than there are the folks in those cities because those cities are so small. So the folks in those cities don't get a democratic government. Is that those people in those rural areas dictating unfairly to the people in the blue areas? No, it's not. It's that there are more conservative voters in that state than there are liberal voters. Just like in Illinois, there are more liberal voters in this state than there are conservative voters. Just like in California, there are more liberal voters than there are conservative voters. And in Florida, there are more conservative voters than there are liberal voters. You just don't like the fact that you don't get to win every state. And we don't give a fuck what you like and don't like. So quiet, princess.